Hello everyone, I'm Alistair and welcome to the Timberborn tutorial. Today I am going to show you how to build aqueducts and stuff like that. Someone in the comments mentioned that he would like to see it, so here I am. Why not? I thought that I'd done tutorial on it, but apparently not. I only mentioned it when I was building in-game, I think in one of my Cyberpunk series. Okay, anyways, so let's start with the water. I am playing as a folktale, so this will work with an iron teeth too. So what we will first need for any aqueduct to work. I have a bunch of mods installed, but all these blocks that I'm going to show you, they are in a base game, in the update 6. So you don't need any mods for that. I have just mods for some decoration blocks and stuff like that. So first, we will need levees. We will need either some platforms. You can use platforms, you can perfectly build the aqueduct with them. But the better option is to use the overhangs. They are really versatile and awesome. You need one of those or these big metal platforms. Any one of them will work. And then the important part is impermeable floor. That is the floor that stops the water seeping through it. So you will need to cover your surface. So you want to cover the surface with the impermeable floor where you will be moving water on, or whatever, how to describe it. I will show you. I'm better with showing than talking. So we have a water source here. So let's, restrict it a little bit. So I will build something like this. It doesn't need to be really nice. Let's see how it will flow. Okay, perfect. And from here, let's say that I want to build an aqueduct to the opposite side. So let's get rid of these platforms that I put down here. We don't need them. And now, first type that we can use is just with the platforms. You don't need anything else, so let's do it with the platforms. It's not really that nice, at least not for me, but maybe it will fit into your build or whatever. I don't care if you wanted to build it with the platforms, do it with the platforms. So let's go like this. First I will do the one wide, and for that I need 3 wide, the platforms. Trees are out the way. You know what? Let's make it a little bit nicer. It doesn't need to be this ugly. Let me fix that. I want it to be symmetrical, so let's go with double platforms like this. And of course, building the aqueducts is quite expensive. So this is one of the styles that you can build it. Let's put the impermeable floor in the middle. That's the part where we will be, transferring the water. And on sides, we are going to build levees. Nothing else, just nice plain levees. Like this. And now, let's just get rid of this one block. Of course, it is overflowing. Let me do it a little bit nicer. Let's get rid of few blocks there. Like this, you see? And we have a very simple aqueduct and very ugly in my opinion. Let's finish it. Let's go all the way. Don't forget the impermeable floor. Underneath where the water will be flowing. And let's make like a reservoir here. With explosives. A few more levees. And we are filling this reservoir now with the water. You see, and like this you can transfer the water on the other side. You can even build the aqueduct without the impermeable floor. So if you don't have an access to metals, you can still do it. Let me show you how. Let's just get rid of the top floor. Let's get rid of that. Okay. And now we will still use the platforms. I'm currently now only going to use double platforms all the way there. And when you don't have an access to impermeable floor, either you didn't unlock it or you don't have a metal on your map or whatever reason, you can now place the levees on the platforms. Before the update 6 this wasn't possible, but now you can do this, and then you will just repeat what I've done before. Levees on the sides, and you have a working aqueduct. We can even make it a little bit nicer. Let's build the floodgates here. Have a like sluice. Here it is. That's very useful block. Set it up to like stop at 0.8. Automate it. And at the end, let's have another sluice. And let's say that we want to fill this to 380, this reservoir. And then when it is at 380, it will stop. Okay, you see? It reached 4 already and it is closed. It shouldn't be letting out more water, but sometimes the sluices are a little bit tricky. But it works. And we have our another aqueduct. And now, let me show you how I like to build the aqueducts. The much nicer way. Let's stay here in this valley. Let's get rid of all of this. Let's keep the reservoir as it was. And now, let's build the aqueduct with the platforms, for instance. Let's take these big metal platforms. Or let's, you know what? For first time, let's go with this small one. So what we will need, how high do I need to go? I want to connect it to my existing sluice, so I will need the triple platform and double platform. Let's see. Yes. And on top you can put these metal platforms. This small one is 3x3, just exactly what we had a minute ago, but only with the usage only of the platforms. So let's build it from these now. Yep, so I need to have 2 gap between them. Okay, 1, 2. Alright. So this is the pylons or whatever to call them. And now on top, let's add these metal platforms. Perfect. And now we will do the same. You need an impermeable floor to cover the middle where the water will flow. And then sides from the levees. And now it should work again. As you can see, it's working. The water is being delivered. And it is being spilled out because I forget. Yes, I missed the spot. I missed one impermeable floor. So now it should be working. Yes. Now it is working. It's not filling this up because the height is at 396 and I set it to stop at 380. But we can always open this and let it flow fully. As you can see, the aqueduct is working. And you can even plant underneath it or build buildings or whatnot. Like here, you can have houses here. You can build houses there. You can plant trees underneath without any issues. Well, I don't have unlocked the forester. Let's fix that. And you can plant trees here or even grow crops. And now let me show you another way to do it. With the overhangs, my favorite. Now with the overhangs, I will do the same. Let me move to the day so we can see better. I like to use this 6x1. So I will count how far I need to go from here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And how high do I need to go? 3 and 3? No. 3 and 2, just like before. Okay. 3 and 2, and then on top I will have a overhang like this. So I will make towers like this, back to back. So, and now when we have something like this, it reminds me of the bridges or Roman aqueducts, but they are not that nice. So, and you will do the same in the middle. You will lay down the impermeable floor. I made a mistake up there, I will fix it. Yeah, because if you do this, you can't build on the impermeable floor, and it is waste of the metal if you don't really need it there. So let's get rid of it. And now, again, levees. Ta-da! And it works, and it looks even much better, and you have more space underneath it, so you saved much more space since those that I showed you before. So again, you can build houses underneath this, and you can fit much more. Maybe even windmill, you can fit it underneath the bridge without any issues. But then it depends on the height of your aqueduct, of course. And now, let's go build a bigger aqueduct. I will use these massive 5x5 metal platforms. And let's go and what I will be doing. Transferring this Badwater here to the out of the map. Let's go and build it. So this will be 3 wide. But first I need to dig a little bit there. And let's just connect this with the platforms. It doesn't really matter here. I will have impermeable floor like this, and the levees on the sides, of course. Okay, and now we just need to build it out of the map. Alright, so I'm halfway there to the out of the map. You can go out of the map or don't. It depends on what you want to build, really. So let's say that I want to end it up here and have like a waterfall. So I will add, you don't need to. You can leave it as it is, like this. You see, the Badwater is draining nicely. You can even block these sides and force the Badwater to go only through our aqueduct. Now we should have much better flow, and we have a little waterfall here. And all this underneath is contamination free. It works perfectly. But the better way will be to get it out of the map, at least for me, most of the time. So let's expand it a few blocks further. You don't even need to have it the same height all the time. You can go one lower. Not really up, but lower you can go. You know what? Let's try that. Let's go a few blocks lower. It can be beneficial if you are building like a power plant or something with it. Let's go 2 blocks down. So again, middle needs to be impermeable floor. Everything that will be touched by the water needs to be built like this. And then levees, of course, on the sides. And here, so it will not overflow from the sides. So let's do something like this. I have even the mod that I can use these decoration blocks and do something like this to make it look a little bit nicer. Let's see how it will work. Yeah, it works greatly. Or you can add some water wheels here, or even directly on the aqueduct. But let's continue and get out of the map. Okay, and we are getting to the edge of the map. Again, levees. We are a little bit further. You can go all the way to the edge of the map or leave it as it is like this. It's perfectly fine. And it is just disappearing out of the map, and you got rid of the pesky Badwater. Bad water. Or blood water. It's red as the blood. And you see, it's not seeping on the sides, it's not seeping from here. And if you combine this technique with the like contamination barriers, or building this like a reservoir from the levees, you can have all this area around without contamination at all. But let's add some water wheels on top, if it is worth it to have it as a power station, power plant. You will need at least 2 blocks high, so you can put down, wait, this is, I'm not sure, let me see. Oh yeah, these are folktails, because the Iron Teeth have even bigger wheel. I'm usually playing as an Iron Teeth, so that's why I'll get it mixed. But we can try it with these wheels. Let's build a bunch of it and see how much we will be able to produce. And build even couple down here, under that waterfall that we made. And let's see. Here, each of these is producing 260 approximately. That's from 2 Badwater sources. Yeah, that's not bad. So you can have a couple of thousand from these. Or you can even make your aqueduct wider and fit more wheels. Or maybe making it more narrower and make it more efficient. Let's try narrowing it, if that will increase the production of the power. So I made it a little bit narrower. But let's see if we will be producing more. I'll keep it running for a while to stabilize. Yeah, it seems that we are producing 380, 360, even 400. Interesting. And down here? Down here only 290, as you can see, because the white is, it is wider by 1 block. So it depends what you need to build for your aqueduct for. If you are just building it for transferring water from one place to another and you don't want to be bothered building a power water wheels on it or anything like that, yeah, you can go as wide as you want. It doesn't matter. But if you want making power from it, the narrower canal is much better. And there are many ways how you can do it. I mean the aqueducts. Oh yes, I can show you. You can make something even like a pipe. I like those too. Let me show you what I mean by that. So let's do something really simple. And again, business as usual. Build an impermeable floor in the middle where the water will be flowing. Levees on the sides as usual. And then, instead of leaving it as it is, let's increase these, not even increase, let's have it open and cover it. The easiest way is with the overhangs, because they reach far. Like this, and building impermeable floor again on top of it. It's just enough on the middle section when you are using your levees on the sides, because levees will of course stop the waterfall. So it is done, and we have our own pipe. Let's see if it works. Let's empty this reservoir. And yeah, it is working. It's releasing the water. You can even see the water flowing when you lower the levels. You see how the water flows? Let's stop this, and you can see how it is filling up nicely. And it is now full of water that we can release. Perfect. You can use those sluices at the end, or you can use nothing, but have it like this, or adding a floodgates. But even if you fill this up full, you see? It's working even with the floodgates. It's not seeping the water through it. So if you are worried of, you know, like seeping the water from the top when this is open or overflowing it or whatever, let's build it like this, like a proper pipe. Then let's lower the gates a little bit, and we are releasing the water. But it seems that this works much better with the sluices than with the floodgates. Let's see, yeah, I had a problem with the setup here. I increased the floodgates up, This is set up to be open permanently, and now let's increasing this to 0.95. Yes, now it is working. The pipe is full with water. And our floodgate is releasing teeny tiny bit water now and then. And it is working. It's filling up this reservoir nicely. Let's have a little experiment. Let's see if we can fill it up a little bit higher, but I doubt it that it works that way. Let's open this gate fully. No, it will fill only on the level of the pipe. So if you want to fill a reservoir, you will need to dig down deep, much lower, to hold more water, or build your aqueduct a little bit higher where the water source is, like here on this map. But these pipes are kinda convenient too if you don't want to use them for power production or anything. You can build other stuff on top of it, like I did in one of my playthroughs. I built the windmills on it. But mine was a little bit wider, so I could stack like 2 rows of them. You can even have a multiple of the aqueducts crossing each other and they will work perfectly. Like this one here, we can build another one on top of it. But there is not really a water source that high. Maybe this one. So we have this aqueduct here and we can do something like this. Let's build another one on top of it. So we can have another aqueduct on top of it. Like this. Going across. Let me just finish the rest and I'll show you. Or you know what? I'm a little bit lazy. So maybe add a water source here. We will have a water source here. And the water will flow across that first aqueduct without any issues. And you can stack these aqueducts however you like. You can do whatever you want with them, experiment. There is so many possibilities, so many ways how to build them. And really, even for the beginning, the things that you need are platform and levees. That's it. And you can build your own aqueduct. I hope this video was useful for you and you learned something new that you didn't know before. If yes, please let me down in the comments down below, push that like button if you really like this video and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a nice day, bye bye.